Da-da-dun-da-da-da.
We're here for Gridiron Monday
Da-da-dun-da-da-da.
on the Off Trail podcast with Luke and Chandler. I'm Luke,
I'm Chandler.
and this is Off Trail. Now, you may be wondering why we're wearing football jerseys, and hence the reference to Gridiron Monday. And we'll get to that in a little while.
I thought it was because we peaked in high school.
Well, that could be part of it. I mean, I don't know about Chandler, but this is not my first time putting a football jersey on. But
Mine either.
This is mine.
yeah. But hey, it looks good, dude.
So I'm peaking now.
There you go.
He's
I guess
peaking,
that's yeah. I
mean,
didn't peak in high school.
If peak goes by when you last put a football jersey on, I peaked in middle school. So
Yeah.
Oh wow.
7th grade lightweight team, baby, linebacker.
Yeah.
Those days are long gone, though. But we have a good episode today. We're going to be talking about our Friday features that we do through Bushwhackers on our website, on Instagram. We've never talked about this yet,
Nope.
Chandler. We've been doing it for over 2 years now.
Yeah.
And it's a huge part of what we do and, you know, a critical aspect of our community building, you know, principles. But we've never actually, like, publicly talked about what it is, why we do it, and it's about time we do so. So we're going to spend the episode today talking about that. And then we're going to play a fun little game at the end, which is where the football jerseys come into play, and do a little fantasy draft style game. It'll be fun. Trying to add some new fun bits into the show. But before we get into the main part of the show, I want to make sure we take care of ourselves and ask you to please subscribe to the show. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our channel there. It goes a long way towards helping us. Make sure you like the video and leave comments. We're going to be mentioning some people today, playing a little game. If you know a lot of these people, please leave us your fantasy team that you would draft in this game. It'd be fun to hear what you have to say. We're also on all major podcasting platforms if you prefer audio only, so you can find us there. And we'd greatly appreciate a 5-star review. I mean, it goes a long way, you know, helping us grow.
Yeah.
We feel like we deserve it. And if you do, maybe we'll draft you in our next fantasy draft. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But let's get into the main part of the episode today. We're talking about our Friday features. And this is a little program that we have done ever since the beginning of 2022,
Yeah.
where every month we take a new photographer and we give them essentially an entire feature for the whole month. We have a website page on our site dedicated to them, their portfolio. We have a little interview with them. And then we also share their work, you know, every Friday on Instagram. You know, like it's a really cool thing we do. We've now done, you know, 24 people. We're in our 25th one now. We'll get to some of this stuff. But since we really started Bushwhackers and trying to grow this has been a foundational piece of what we've done. And I think it'd be a great thing we can talk about today, of not only what it is, but why. So before we get into why, Chandler, can you talk to us a little bit more about what this is, where it started from?
Just Friday feature in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so before we ever met, I had give a little backstory. I started, you know, for those of you who don't know, I started doing some stuff with Bushwhackers probably about 1.5 years before we met. But it was just kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it. I was like, I think I have some ideas here. I think there's some good stuff, but I wasn't totally sure in which direction to go with it. And one of those ideas that I had was I always wanted to have a physical gallery space where we took a portion of that gallery and we featured a photographer for, you know, whether it's a month, 6 months at a time, whatnot. But we had a whole portion of the gallery where we featured one photographer from Utah, all of their work. And we specifically, took the time to spotlight these people who deserved it, people who are great photographers. So that's kind of where the idea came from. Obviously, we don't have a physical gallery space at this moment. So to kind of make up for that right now, we're doing that on the online sphere. So.
Right. And one day, you know, we've talked about it, we would like to have a physical space, whether it's part of some studio we have or a separate space, but some kind of dedicated physical space we can hold a legitimate gallery. So when we pick a photographer, they can give us, you know, their set of photos, and we can actually have them up on the wall, just like you'd see in a gallery anywhere else you'd go. And it'd be a really cool thing because we maybe allow people to buy those prints and everything, and it'd be a really cool way to showcase people that is not just on social media.
Yeah.
You know? And I think just for other context too, what we do with this is, and this has changed drastically since we started the whole thing, because when we initially started this, we got 4 photos from the photographer and just 4 questions, like little interview questions.
Yeah.
And after about like maybe 8 months of that, we totally revamped it. And now we do 20 questions, or no, sorry, not 20 questions, 20 photos. And then we also have 14 questions. And 10 of those are asked to every photographer because they're more about their journey, you know, how they got into it, what their style is like. Like, it's much more like something you can get an idea of what their whole profile is kind of like. And then we have 4 questions that are tailored more so to that specific photographer to have a little bit of fun, you know, something that comes up in our adventures with them that we can kind of just bring back up and show a different side of them, and not just like the pure photographer side. You know, for instance, when we featured our buddy Will Mars, I asked him a question. I said, now that you have your van, do you have a certain river that you'd like to go live by? And he was like, yeah, whatever one's closest to your mom's house. And like, that's just a great example of, you know, the difference between like, oh, where did you pick up your style from compared to a fun thing we can ask to a guy like Will. And Will's a good buddy of ours. And it's fun because we can really dive into more personal things with them.
Yeah, it gives us the chance to really show off their personalities more so than just their photos. You know, we talk a lot about like feature pages on Instagram, and it's kind of funny. I feel like feature pages are kind of going away a little bit. I don't see as many of them anymore on Instagram, but you know, when we started doing this, feature pages were really, really big. And one thing that we always noticed with feature pages, it was always focused on just the photo. You know, like these pages would pick out, you know, specific photos from a photographer, specifically ones that would do really well on social media. And that's how it appears, right? You know, they would find a banger from a photographer posted to their site, because that way it, you know, it benefits the photographer maybe, but then it also benefits their page because, you know, they're posting that photo, it's going to the algorithm, and, you know, we all know how social media works. But we really didn't want to be the ones that picked the photos. We wanted to let them, you know, not only answer the questions and like show their personality in that sense, but we wanted to show their own portfolio and their own personality through their photos, and, you know, by them picking out the ones that they picked themselves. And I think a good example of this is Santos. We had our buddy Santos come on, and he sent in a bunch of photos, and wildly different stuff than the other, you know, regular landscape photographers that we often, you know, showcase on the site. But it just showcases his personality and just his craft so well. And, you know, if we had been functioning like a regular feature page, that wouldn't have been able to happen, you know?
Absolutely. And, you know, that's a perfect example, because when I approach people to ask them if they'd like to be the next feature, like, I straight up tell them, like, hey, look, I want you to pick the photos because I want you to put together a portfolio that you feel best represents who you are as a photographer, and not something that like, oh, I like this photo, I'd like to feature this one. Because if you have a gallery somewhere, you're picking out what's in your gallery. And so we want these people to put together something that feels like them and their work, and what's true to who they are and how they approach the craft. And so this entire time we've been doing it, we just get not random, but like a different collection from everyone who puts something in. Some people are more landscape focused. This next year, I'd like to get people who have a little bit more of a portrait focus. Yeah. Santos is a great example because he does like everything. Yeah. And he's one of the most creative people that I've gotten to meet. And he gave us, I think he had a couple portraits. He had some landscape stuff. He had those magazine covers that he did for us a while back. And like, there's so much cool stuff like that if we just said, hey, like, we like all these landscape photos because that's like what our brand is, can we feature those? Like, you would lose half of what that gallery is really worth. Because when he sent that to us, I think the first thing we talked about was like, this is just so him. Yeah. It's so Santos. And that's the coolest part. You know, and that's why we want to feature these people, because we want people to see who these people are for who they really are, and not just on Instagram. So I think that's a really neat thing about what we do. And another, you know, detail about this program is we only choose people from Utah. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people out there that we'd love to feature. You know, we can name 10, 20 people off the top of our heads right now that would be amazing people to feature, but they don't live here. Yeah. And part of the reason we do that is because we want to try and build community here where we live. And yeah, we like to go to all the other states and everything too, but we want to make sure people here feel seen, feel connected, and can reach out to anyone else who's a photographer in the area, regardless of how good or how new you are to the craft.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's ultimately what it does. You know, we've had so many people who have commented on what we're doing with Friday Features, and they'll make comments about how, oh, I didn't know this guy was from Utah, and I've never seen his stuff before, and now they're buddies. We've had that happen several times, and so it's not only for us, trying to meet other new people in Utah, but it's also for other people in Utah to meet other people. I mean, that's part of the goal, is to help other people become connected with each other.
Yeah,
So,
that's the best part about what we do. It's just trying to help other people get connected to people they want to spend more time with.
yeah,
It's a really cool thing.
yeah,
You meet people from all walks of life too. There's so many different people out there. There's so many different skills and focuses. It's just, it's a great way to just show off people who might not normally get seen.
yeah,
And like you kind of touched on, like there's so many people we've gotten to feature, or even not even the features, but just go hang out with, where other people in the area had no idea these people existed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we talk all the time just with ourselves, like we just find new people all the time that we never knew were out there
Yeah.
here in Utah alone, much less the whole country.
yeah,
But we want to make sure these people get a chance to be seen on a larger scale, and our platform helps us do that
yeah,
a little bit more.
yeah.
So
It's pretty cool.
yeah, I think realistically, it is one of the most, it's one of the things about what we do that I take the most pride in.
Mm-hmm.
I think, we do the volunteering stuff, which is amazing too. But I think the Friday feature stuff, getting to show off people who deserve it, is right up there with, the best, most honorable things about what we're trying to accomplish with
Yeah.
this brand.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing that I love about it too, is we don't base who we're picking off of like follower count. It's not a popularity contest,
Never.
anything like that. We want to try and know the people that we're picking, but we try to really just base it purely off of work.
Yeah, and no, they're friends.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're all friends of ours. That's because we go hang out with them.
Yeah.
And we go on adventures. We take photos together. It's like they're not going to be. Now, some people we see more or less than others. Like say Will. Like we see Will a lot.
Yeah.
He's just a good friend, and so we see him more than most of the other people that we've featured before. But we do know these people, so they're friends. But we're not picking them because they're friends. And I think Will is a great example of this. We met Will, I think it was the summer of 22. So a long time ago now, about 6 months or so into us starting this. And, he became a good friend really quickly. And I knew we wanted to use him really quickly. But back then, he just didn't quite have the portfolio together that we felt warranted doing that. But we gave him time. And I think he was like November of last year in 2023. And in that year or so, man, he put together a great portfolio.
Yeah. Oh, he really
And
did.
when we figured, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But like, again, it's proof that we're not trying to just show off only our friends. We're trying to show off people who we feel really deserve it and need to be seen.
Yeah.
And Will's one of those guys.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool thing that we get to do. And everyone on this list that we have, all 24 that we did in the first 2 years, they're amazing photographers.
Oh, they're great.
And they're amazing
Yeah.
people too. I mean, you look down that list and you're like, wow, like it's honestly amazing that we got all of those people.
Oh, I know.
Like it's a great list.
We got some big players on
Yeah.
this list. So.
I mean, it's really cool to see.
yeah.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to accomplish with it. And going forward, it's only going to be better. I mean, we've already, and this is another thing too, I don't think people quite understand, is that we kind of plan this out in advance.
Oh, way in
Like,
advance. Yeah.
We don't just like fly by the seat of our pants with this. There's a little bit of flexibility here and there. People aren't available and stuff, but we literally already have a tentative plan for the whole year of 2024.
Yeah. It's
Like we have a list of people that we want to use at some point in time. We add people to the list and everything, but we are actively keeping track of who's out there
Yeah.
and people we want to feature. And some of these people we admittedly have not met yet.
yeah.
But we're going to make that happen.
Yeah.
But we're seriously planning this out and make sure it's a good program that we have.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing that's kind of cool about it, is even if there's somebody that we haven't met yet, doing this kind of forces us to be able to, go meet them and get to know them. And I think it's really cool.
No, it's a really nice thing. And another thing too that, whether it's with this program or just in general, we go hang out with people. A lot of times we've heard like, oh, like, there's not a ton of females out there. And like, yeah, like we haven't done a ton with females, but part of that's just a natural kind of byproduct of the fact that there's definitely more men in this space
Yeah.
than women. Nothing we can really do about that part of it. But I can tell you right now, in 2024, we're going to do half women for our features.
Yeah.
We've done 2 every year up till now.
Mm-hmm.
This year is going to be 6. 6 of the 12
Yeah.
this year are going to be female. And I'm stoked for that.
Yeah.
Because these females are also really good.
They're great. Yeah. You were showing me some of the people that you
Yeah.
had found. And I was like, oh, why did I never knew that these people existed. That they were here.
And not all of them are like the outdoorsy, focused people.
But they're all really good.
That's the point. It's like we're not picking them just because they're female to try and meet a quota.
Mm-hmm.
We're picking them because they're actually really good and they do deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can't wait to, get to see more of them on our page. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. It'd be cool.
Yeah, and like you look at this year, we're starting off this year with my boy Q, Quentin Batchelor. He's a stud.
I actually haven't met him yet, but just interacting with him.
He's a stud,
Yeah.
dude. And his style, I have loved from day one.
Yeah.
I don't know what, it's just the way he uses light, color. I just love it.
He's got a punchiness, and it's
Absolutely.
great.
And he's a great dude.
Mm-hmm.
I've hung out with him 3 or 4 times. He's such a fun dude to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he's a great photographer. So it's great to get to start the year off with him,
Yeah.
for the first of our 12 in 2024.
Yeah.
And like to think it's just going to keep getting better. I mean, like it's just so fun to think about.
Yeah. It's exciting.
It's
Yeah.
a blast. So yeah,
It is weird. I think he's the first feature that we've had that I haven't met in person.
yeah, it's
So.
probably close.
Yeah.
Did you meet Bethany?
Yeah, I met Bethany.
Trying to think.
I've met every single person on this list
You
except
have?
for
Okay.
except for Quentin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I think what I was thinking, there's people you hadn't met before we used them, but you've met after. Because I don't think you had met Maddie before we used her, maybe.
I think I met Maddie while
Yeah.
she was our feature. So,
But yeah, I mean, it's a really cool program we do.
yeah.
And I'm really proud of it. I think it's an awesome thing, and we're gonna keep doing it. And if you're at home and you think of some new things we can do with it, add to it, we'd love to hear it.
Oh yeah.
Because we're always trying to think of new ways we can improve this.
Yeah. We have some ideas, but they just it's a matter of trying
Time
to
and
get things-
effort, and
yeah.
all that stuff. But I mean, all that stuff is worth it to get to show off these people the right way.
Mhm.
Whatever that's gonna mean, whatever it's gonna take, we want to do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good little discussion about our monthly features. We've never talked about this before.
Yeah, we've talking about it on the show a couple
Yes.
times. We just have never made it happen.
I mean, we did a whole year of podcasts last
Yeah.
year, and we've never talked about it. But I think it's good that we could finally do this. Plus, I think it offers up a good chance for a fun little game that we can play. Right? BDOTES, you like games?
I do like games.
Big game guy.
Yeah, big game guy. But we're going to now move into this next little game we're going to play here. And we're going to try to add some new games in from time to time on the show. Add a little bit of fun in, maybe make it a little more watchable for people, not make it all about taking photos.
Yeah.
You can play along if you want, or at least, maybe make this more entertaining if we can. But we're going to do a little fantasy draft now. So we're going to draft a little team of our Friday features. It's going to be a little fun. And I'll be honest, you haven't met half these people,
Correct.
but you could do your best. But we're going to do a little fantasy draft. We're going to do a snake draft. So we're going to all pick 4 people each. We'll just snake it around. We have not picked the draft order yet. So BDOTES is going to pick the draft order for us using a randomizer. we
Yeah.
found.
This is going to be very awkward trying to do this, but let's see what it does.
Yeah, so we're going to hit that a couple times. I think go ahead and BDOTES, let's stop there.
BDOTES, Chandler, and then Luke.
Okay,
I got the
BDOTES has first pick.
Man.
And we're going to be doing this snake order, so it's going to be a little back and forth. Just
Yeah,
make
so
it
I
a
get
little
I get the
unfair.
first bend. the
First double choice.
Looking forward to that. Okay, so like I said, we are all going to pick 4 people each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have a total of 24. We're not using Quentin this year. We're going to use the first 24 we used in the first 2 years of this program. So we're picking 4 people each. Snake draft here, BDOTES. And I think to be clear too, we will be sharing our teams on social media to see and kind of put a little poll together to see which one of our teams gets the most votes for the best team.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun.
I like it.
Now you can go any direction with your team. However you want to pick a team, you can go for it. Okay.
All right.
So BDOTES, you're up first, my man.
I am going to pick someone who I have not met yet
Oh,
as my first pick.
Ooh, bold
Don't
choice.
pick who I want to pick.
This is interesting. I was not anticipating this. Who do you got, BDOTES?
I'm gonna go with Taylor Dalton.
Oh man,
Dang it.
you know what? I am really mad about that
I am really mad about it
because
too.
that's who I wanted.
That's
You know, I'll be honest here. Taylor Dalton is by far the only right choice for number 1 overall pick.
absolutely.
He's the Christian McCaffrey of this list we have here.
I don't know who that is, but I agree.
I mean, I picked Saquon Barkley, and he didn't do anything
Well,
for me.
yeah.
So.
See, you might win this one now because you
yeah.
picked Taylor Dalton.
Yeah.
But Taylor Dalton can do anything. I mean,
No,
he's
yeah.
just the ultimate, like,
I feel like
Yeah.
personality-wise, him and I would get along great.
oh,
you
yeah.
would.
Yeah, you
You
would.
would.
His new stuff he's been doing with the horses and everything, that's solid.
Yeah.
It's my kind of
The
activity.
Western.
Yeah.
The Western stuff.
So,
Yeah.
He's my first pick.
Dang, I'm
Dude, he makes me want to be a cowboy.
really, I was hoping I'd get first pick so I could pick him.
Yeah.
I really was. That was
Yeah.
my first pick I wanted.
Well, the randomizer was not good for you then.
No.
And I was confused because I forgot you haven't met him.
No.
I was thinking you had, so I'm like, oh, he's not going to pick Taylor Dalton then. I was
Yeah.
like, awesome. So at least maybe have a shot at him. But
Like, I respond to his stories with sarcastic stuff, and he gives it back, but that's,
Oh, yeah.
that's it. We haven't met yet. No.
yeah, no, he's by far and away the number 1 pick in this draft.
Yeah, I agree. He's a good dude too.
He is. He's just the ultimate fantasy photographer player. I mean,
Yep.
doesn't get any better than Taylor Dalton.
Nope.
Dang, I am bummed. That ruins my whole plan. I've
Womp
got an
womp.
audible now. Okay. Chandler,
Alright, so now
with
it's
the
my turn.
second overall pick in
All
this
right.
draft.
Well, so I had 2 choices for number 1, and Taylor Dalton was one of them. So I got to go with obviously my second one, which is Ben Thayer.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I had you picking Ben.
Yep.
To be fair, I want to let you guys know, I did put a little list together of people I thought you'd draft, and I will show you after the episode.
Oh, I'm excited.
And I can tell you right now, both your first picks were on both your lists.
Really?
Mhm.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
No, Ben's
Yeah,
a good pick.
Ben's great.
He's solid dude.
Yeah.
Phenomenal photographer,
Mhm.
and one of the smartest guys about photography I've ever met.
Yeah.
I mean, he
But just
knows
in,
his stuff.
in general, he
Well,
like
he's becoming a doctor too.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
But like, I mean, you could talk to him about anything in photography. He just knows his stuff, and then just general outdoor stuff in general. Like
yes,
he's kind of like Taylor in that I really consider him like a true outdoorsman, you know, and yeah, he's always down to do fun, cool things. So
Yeah.
and he's having a baby.
he's a phenomenal dude, and he's a great second overall pick. I
Yeah.
can't say he's above Taylor. Taylor again. Taylor's number 1.
Taylor's number 1,
But
yeah.
Ben
Well,
is
I don't know.
definitely a
It's like a
solid,
tie for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I love Ben. I do.
Yeah.
I love you, man. But in this game that we're playing, Taylor, he's got all the
Alright.
skills. He's got all the tools. He's a 5-star player.
That's true.
But Ben is phenomenal second overall. pick.
Mhm.
Really is. So I applaud that. You haven't met Ben yet, right?
Nope.
Ben's a good dude.
Yep.
Good dude. Absolutely.
All right, I hope you don't steal
Okay.
somebody else.
All right. So I got an audible here now because I was hoping to get Taylor first round.
Well, at least you get 2 picks in a row now.
I do, and I'm happy about that. Now, I am going to pick. I have a pick I'm going to make here, and not that I feel obligated to, but I think he's deserved my first round pick, not first overall, but the third overall pick in this draft. It's going to be Will Mars,
Ooh,
and that's honestly I have to pick him. He's my boy.
dude, he's your adventure buddy.
He's my adventure buddy. Me and him could do we could tackle the world together. You know, throw Finn in there too. Plus, I get Finn in this draft.
Oh, man.
I mean, Finn just, like that's a great move
actually
for me.
mad about
and I
that.
feel awesome about that. But Will's my boy. We've done so many amazing and hard and brutal, suffering things together, and we've just bonded.
Yeah.
And if I want to go do something dumb, he's my first call. And so, if I'm thinking about putting a team together, fantasy team of all these amazing photographers that we've used in our features for 2 years, for me, he's a no-brainer. I was hoping to pair him with Taylor Dalton. I will be honest, because I knew
Oh,
the three.
man.
I knew the three of us.
Unstoppable.
I mean, come on,
Unstoppable.
come on. But me and Will, we could do some damage,
Yeah.
and we don't even care about Instagram likes, dude. We'll go do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Down by
So-
the river at your mom's house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my my first round pick there, 3rd overall.
I like it. That's a good first pick for you.
And he's a solid dude too. I mean, he's a great dude.
I kind of figured you would probably pick him.
He's just my guy.
Yeah.
I can't pass on Will. Like,
No.
This is kind of who I figured the top 3 picks were going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First round's hard because there's so many. I mean, there's just
I
so
know,
many good
they're
people all around. It's
All
hard
good.
to
Yeah.
And just
choose.
The last rounds, they're just going to be so tough.
They are because
I know.
we're leaving 12 people off.
I know.
And like when I was looking, I was like, I don't want to leave any of these people off.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
This is really going to be a test of character for the bottom 12.
It will be. It will be. So I'm gonna make another pick here. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to pick a guy who I think is gonna pair really well with me and Will.
Please don't pick who I think you're gonna pick.
Yeah.
I know who it's going to be.
I'm picking Ashton.
Ah,
baby.
dang it!
Ooh.
Ashton Jones is
That was my next pick.
my next pick in this back-to-back I have at the end of the first round, beginning of the second. Ashton Jones is 4th overall. Me, Will, and Ashton. I'll tell you what. If dumb things are going to happen, and we're going to make...
It's with you 3.
It's
yeah.
with us 3. And we went down to the desert to hike in the middle of July. 16 miles. I mean,
That's some dumb.
The 3 of
dumbish.
us, we belong together doing stuff like that.
That's a power.
It is power
Power
trio,
trio,
power
yeah.
trio. But and he's just amazing guy. And plus, with him, I get all of the wildlife knowledge
Dude, that's why I
and
wanted
insight.
him.
I mean, he adds a whole other aspect to our potential there,
Yeah.
as well. So
And Will's getting into wildlife now. too.
exactly.
Yep.
I mean, the 3 of us, it's a great mix of skills.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this team I'm building.
I see what you did. I see what you're doing. You
You
pick
know-
Will because he's kind of getting the hair thing going.
That's part of it
And
too.
Ashton's
And
got the mustache.
I can't lie, that definitely helped me make my picks.
This sounds like a little narcissistic.
You know, you sounded pretty disappointed about being 3rd, but
Oh,
It seems like it's
you're
working
pretty-
out for
I'm
you.
happy with where it's going.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I did want Taylor.
yeah,
I did.
that's okay. Maybe I'll share him with you.
I don't need him now. I got Will and Ashton.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next pick with Chandler. What you got next here at 5th overall?
All right. Well, so since you stole my second pick right out from underneath me, I'm gonna have to go with my next choice, which is gonna be Wyatt Peterson.
You dog. That
Yeah.
was me. My next choice.
Wyatt's he's a homie.
He is.
He's a good dude, and he's another one of these guys who just. All these guys they're just down to do anything.
It's
what's-
hard.
It's really
It's
hard.
so hard.
But I've back in August, Wyatt and I went and hiked Timp just by ourselves one morning, and it's just nice hanging out with him. you know?
Absolutely.
It's just so fun hanging out with him. We're working on a little short film that we're going to be doing this year, a little short documentary, and we've got some projects that we've been working on, and he's a good dude. I love collaborating with him every time that I've ever had the opportunity to. So
No,
He's a great dude.
he's a great guy. Phenomenal photographer. Great writer.
great writer,
Which
yeah.
I really appreciate about
Yeah.
him. Very insightful.
Yeah, very thoughtful guy. Yeah.
But again, just great outdoorsman too. I mean, I think honestly, right up there with Taylor, for sure. I put White up there as like he's just an outdoorsman.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, this
yeah.
guy he's the man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the reason we got into this whole volunteering stuff.
Yeah, he helped us. He was vital in
Absolutely.
in getting us connected.
He worked with the Forest Service, so like,
Yeah.
yes, you got the Forest Service connections.
Yeah.
in your team.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh,
Yep.
that's. This is a fun little draft. I like this idea. Now I'm not thrilled now about how I got to wait and come back to me. 3 more picks still, but
Yep. It
kinda-
sucks to suck.
I imagine that's how you're feeling too, BDOTES.
The way this is working out, my top 3, I'm gonna get them.
Wow,
Yeah.
BDOTES.
Yep.
Okay,
Should
well,
I dive right in?
you got number 6 and 7 overall here. So why
Yeah.
don't you finish off the second round for us?
So we'll go with pick number 6. I'm gonna turn more toward the action sport side of things I like to do.
I know you're taking.
No.
Mr. Tristan Sadler.
Oh, that's not what I thought it was gonna be.
Oh man, okay. But I will tell you right now, I am pissed.
Yeah, I am too.
I am pissed. I thought that was going to be a sneaky pick in the 3rd round for me.
So now I'm confused because now I'm trying to figure out. Well, I know who it is actually.
Oh man, I am so bummed about that
Yeah.
I'm
because
going
I was
Tristan,
wanting
yeah.
to pair him with me, Ashton, and Will.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That's a
dude,
power team.
That is a power group.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
so bummed you picked Tristan.
But me, Taylor, and Tristan, it's also a
That's
power
also a
team.
good team.
Yeah.
It's a good team.
Yeah.
Gosh, BDOTES, why did you have to do that?
Sorry.
See, Tristan is such a good guy. See, so the reason I wanted to pick him is that hanging out with him just adds a whole other element to your group.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
like, honestly, again, I love Will, but if there's just one guy I want to hang out with on this group, it's Tristan.
Yeah.
Because he's just a G.
Yeah.
On one
He's
of our
the-
trips, he led the discussion about our favorite movies.
That's true. Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, he's an amazing guy to be around.
Some would say he's the chillest and the illest.
He might be the chillest
might.
and the
He
illest.
might be.
Yep.
Maybe he won an award for that.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I'm bummed.
Yep.
I'm really bummed.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to come back to me.
Sorry.
Gosh, that's disappointing.
I could tell you too. Tristan and Taylor go really well together.
They do.
Because I mean, I know firsthand because one time we went out shooting and I was driving around with Taylor and Tristan hanging out the back window of the FJ, and it was a riot. It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yep.
So,
Gosh, BDOTES, man. Well,
Sorry.
literally all the people I want have been picked already.
really?
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. This is not going the way I wanted it to.
Pick better.
I'm bummed about that. But hey, it is what it is. I will stick with my guns here with Will and Ashton so far.
Yep.
But BDOTES, you got the next pick, 7th overall, in the first of
Yeah.
the 3rd round. What are you going to do for us?
So I think I'm going to go for a fatherly bond here.
Oh,
Road Dog.
Oh,
Luke
great
Stankiewicz.
pick.
man.
Great pick. I will say that was going to be one I audible to next. I can't pick him now either. Road Dog's just, he's the man. I mean, he's one of the first people we got to meet here. All the stuff we did. And he's just,
Yeah, he's also one of the first Bushwhacker crew that I met too. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
he's just an amazing dude. He's just a great
He
guy.
is. He's a good dude. Yeah.
And like, there's a handful of people on this list that I would hang out with all those people without the photo stuff too. But like, top of that list of people who I just want to hang with, he's right up there too.
Yeah.
He's just,
see, that's what I was going for with my picks. Like, we don't even have to go shooting. We can just hang
Yeah.
out, and it'll
Yeah.
be a good time.
yeah, and that's what Road Dog's perfect for, man.
Yep.
He's just one of the greatest guys to be around.
Like, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings one time, and he took his dad along, and it was a good time.
That was not his dad, bro.
It wasn't?
That was not his dad. That was a coworker.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure Luke is actually his boss.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
That was not his dad.
Oh,
dude.
shit.
But hey, Bobby was cool too. And if you want Bobby as part of your group, you
You
can
know,
have Bobby
I
too.
just thought the way they were interacting, it seemed like a father-son.
No, but what you were getting though, Road Dog is also a new dad too.
Yep.
Yeah.
His son Arlo is about a, little under a year younger than your
Yeah, he
kid
was
Brooks.
born end of November, I
So
think.
this is interesting. So I got a dog play on my group, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 kids in his group, so he's already got 5 people as part of
I
his
have a
group.
whole little army going.
Yeah, he's got a next generation for his team. He's playing the long game here.
Well, mine.
I'm not thinking about that.
Well, no, because
you
Wyatt
got
has
Wyatt-
two. Wyatt
oh,
has
you got
two kids.
Wyatt. Yeah,
Ben
that's
is
true.
about to have a kid.
Well, shoot, it's just me then.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Well, you can't do stupid stuff with kids.
That's very true. Very true. But no, Road Dog's a great pick.
Yeah.
I really like that pick.
Yeah.
Okay. My turn.
Okay, back to you,
My
Chandler.
It's
turn.
actually Luke's turn.
No,
I'm
no.
just kidding.
we're just testing to see if Chandler understands what a snake draft is.
we had to go full depth in what a snake draft was before this.
Because
so.
I'm a dummy.
We had to tell him it had nothing to do with snakes.
No.
All right, so my next pick, and you guys are going to know exactly who this is, but I'm picking this person for the same reason we would pick Tristan Sadler, and I'm
I
picking
know,
Taylor
yeah.
Seymour.
Dang it. You guys keep picking the next people I want to pick.
Yeah, it sucks to be last, bro.
Gosh, I mean, I'm going to finish my team here next. So, But that's a great pick.
Yeah, Taylor
Phenomenal dude.
Great photographer.
He's total package.
Yeah, total package.
Total package. He's got 2 kids.
He's got 2 kids.
I
Yeah.
missed on the kids play.
Yeah, come on, man.
I never even considered the kids play.
I don't even know. I don't know if there's anybody else on this list who has kids.
Well, I'm just screwed then.
Yeah, you're screwed.
This sucks.
Yeah, sucks to suck, bro.
No, but Taylor Seymour, phenomenal pick.
Yeah.
Great dude. We talked about him a lot in the previous episode that we did with the Bushwhacker Awards because he won our Squatch Award for Courage.
Yeah,
With everything he went through last year. recovery, phenomenal guy, one of the best human beings you'll ever meet, and very worthy. I mean, he's worthy of first round pick, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that he slipped down in the third round is astonishing.
Still went to a Taylor though.
Yeah, still that's right. Taylor did get first round pick,
Yep.
but the fact that Taylor Seymour is down in the third round blows my mind.
Yeah. Well, see, there's some other people on this list. I'm like, how do they make it this far down? You know.
And that's the fun of this game.
Yeah.
You know, people slip and their draft stock falls just like in real life, and suddenly you find great deals in the late rounds.
Yep.
It's hard to beat. Okay, well now I have a tough call here because I did not think I was going to get to this point where all of my people would be picked, and then even my backups would be picked. But I do have an idea of the next pick I was going to make, and frankly, I thought this was going to be a pick that Chandler was going to make before this. And I think I'm going to have to go with Benji the Trekker.
Oh man.
Benji Thorne, to pair with me, Ashton, and Will, man, we are doing things.
I think you mean Sam Elliott.
For those who don't understand that reference, Benji can do a very good Sam Elliott impression.
Yeah, he really can.
He's like 7 feet tall with a deep voice and sounds just like Sam
Yeah.
Elliott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Benji, again, great photographer. But I think, again, why I pick him to go with me, Will, and Ashton,
Yeah, that's the adventure crew right there.
he will go anywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
again, this guy's almost like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he'll go caving, which is not something tall people do.
No.
But like the fact, the fact that he will go do that stuff. I mean, he's up, and he's like even said this too. He's like he's up to suffer.
Yeah.
So he's going to be a perfect fit.
What is it?
in my team.
He's got a quote on his Instagram bio. What is it? It's like
I don't know.
if something about life is short, make it or
Make it shorter.
I can't remember what it is. Like might as well suffer or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, it's all about like trying to just do cool things and like being
yeah.
okay with struggling and suffering.
Yeah.
So.
And again, I think
Embrace the suffer.
me, him, Will, and Ashton right now. That's the making of a team that's going to do amazing things.
Dude, yeah, you that was my next pick.
We are
so.
making waves in
So-
this space now.
Your last pick. It has to be someone who will balance you guys out.
Is
Just
it
tame
though?
you guys down a little bit.
Is it though? See, this is where I get because
Do they want to be tamed? That's the
That's true.
question.
yeah, it's a hard call. It's a really hard call.
Can you tame the beast?
I have two ideas here, and I think I'm gonna go with one only because you guys are making the kids play. I'm gonna make the dogs play. I'm gonna draft Maddie Clark in the 4th round. And again, great photographer, down to do anything. Also has a dog total package. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Now, is she gonna want to deal with the 4 of us? Me, Ash, and Will, and Benji all the time? Maybe not. But
I think she would though.
I think she would because she'd be up for the adventure.
Yep.
Now, she's got a Jeep, so I'm not thrilled about that.
Ooh,
But
are you sure about this pick?
I'm going to stick with it.
All right.
But we get another dog,
She
Ember, in
shoots
the
an
group.
icon though.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What are you doing, dude?
I have made mistakes in this game.
Yeah, you really have.
No, I'm sticking with my guns. Maddie's my pick. But she has Ember too, so I get another dog in my group. I got 2 dogs. One. Now we go hiking. We're safe from bears, no problem. We may not even need bear spray. Just a fun thing. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that pick. What?
There was like,
I wasn't paying attention. Were you like
Oh, that's
expecting?
good. No, I wasn't really, but I'm pretty thrilled about the team. Me, Will, Ashton,
that is a good.
Benji, and Maddie.
That is a good. I mean, you got the Nikon shooter, but that is a good.
I mean-
Actually, Benji shoots. Well, he did shoot Nikon. Does he still shoot Nikon?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, at least my Nikon shoes are studs.
Yeah.
That is true. They're really
I mean,
good.
Maddie was invited to Nikon's thing, like
Yeah,
little.
by Nikon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she's someone you need to know.
she's legit.
Yeah. So I'm pretty thrilled about my team there.
That's a pretty good team. Yeah,
You guys are gonna have a hard time keeping up
yeah,
because we're gonna do some exciting things.
yeah.
Okay, Chandler, back to you.
All right,
Your last pick.
I have last pick, huh?
Well, yeah, it's your last. BDOTES has the last pick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Snake draft, remember?
Yeah. Well. All right. So we've got the kid picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got, let's see, Taylor Seymour has 2 kids. Wyatt Peterson has 2 kids. Ben is going to have a kid. Now I'm going to pick the.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
No, now I'm going to pick the paraglider pick with Scott Osborne.
Oh, that was not where I thought you were going.
Nope, not at all. You
But,
said you thought you knew. I was like, no,
Well, you're going with the kids. I thought you were going to go just multiply the kids, what you had already, but it's another pick. But
no.
Scott's a good pick.
Yeah,
Scott deserves to be on a list here.
I agree.
I mean, great photographer, great dude.
I want to get in a dang paramotor.
Yeah, and you get the paramotor with your team now too, and
Also, I always call it paraglider
paraglider.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Every time I say it, I always say the wrong one, and he always corrects me. He's like, "No, it's this one." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, dang it."
But adding the paramotor to your team is, I mean, to be fair, it's not his paramotor though.
No, but he
So
has the
you
connections.
still have to ask for that permission to
Yeah.
use it. So there's one hiccup there,
Yeah, true.
but I know he wants to get his own, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe he will and make your team better. But for now, technically, you do not have paramotor as part of your team.
Well, yeah,
You have
Okay,
limited
fair.
access to it.
limited access, but at least I have access.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
you do. You do.
It does put your team to new heights.
Aha.
BDOTES coming through with a
There
great
we
joke,
go, yeah.
as always.
Yeah,
See, I felt the pause earlier, but I didn't have anything, so I felt it that time.
Gotcha.
That's good.
Well, I appreciate you stepping in.
yeah.
Now, can you step in and make the last pick of this draft?
Yeah,
The first ever fantasy draft of our Friday features.
I am sticking with the kid theme, but not the same reasons why we've been doing it previously.
Okay.
Kai Larson, the
Oh,
kid
'cause
himself.
he's the kid.
Yeah.
See, that was the pick I thought you were talking about when you said action sports, because I associate
Yeah.
him more than anyone else with that,
I
because
thought-
he's done a lot of sports
See,
stuff.
I thought that was Scott Osborne.
Oh,
So
Scott would be
that's-
going
that
too.
was who I thought after
That-
looking at it. But
Yeah, both of those guys. Yeah.
yeah,
But
Kai's a great pick.
great
yeah,
pick.
we're going Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great pick. He can do it all, and he's a kid, but he's got a lot of experience and
He does. He's
great
better
potential. I mean, he's a pick that you're drafting for the future.
than me. Yep.
That's
You're
true.
you're building your team around him for the future.
That's an investment.
Taylor
what that
Dalton
is.
is the pick right now. He's the stud workhorse of your team.
Yeah.
He's going to carry your team right now. But give it 3 years, Taylor might wear it out a little bit. A lot of work on his legs.
Yeah.
Kai's going to step right in, carry the load. So you are set for a dynasty.
Yeah. You have future-proof.
I like what
Your
he's
team.
done with the team.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Kai can be like that in between mentor for the kids who are.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
levels of age. It's
Yeah.
impressive what you've done.
Yep.
It really is.
We don't need pets.
You don't need pets.
We
you
don't need a
paramotors.
Paramotor.
Yeah, you just
Don't need any of
you
that
got. I mean,
fancy
again,
stuff.
you've set up for the long game.
That's
He
right.
built a family, is what
Yeah.
he did.
He did. I mean, it's impressive.
And Kai has access to peak refuel, so
Oh, man.
Ooh, that's. I never
But-
considered that one.
It's like the paramotor thing. He doesn't own peak refuel.
that's
He
true.
doesn't own it. He's not technically an employee, but
But he has access.
he's got
to it.
access to it.
Yeah.
He gets you like 12 meals a month
He could.
Yeah.
for your team of 5.
And honestly, those could keep me full. So
Yeah.
But
You know, I was going
good
to.
pick.
I was going to pick Mihaela for the cat pick, but then I was like, I don't know cats.
I'm not a cat person.
Not a cat person. Well, I do like her cats. Her cats are fairly pleasant.
but with
but
the
like,
dogs and cats jive.
That's the thing. Is it's you don't know, and they're adventure cats.
They're cool cats.
They live in the van. But
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I like these three. These 3 teams all got a little theme to it.
Yeah.
You got the dynasty team.
Yeah.
He
over
really
there.
does, yeah.
You're gonna be good for 15, 20 years,
Yeah.
right? I mean, because you got Tristan, TD, and Kai.
Tristan is the senior.
Dude, I mean, you are set.
Tristan's the dad.
Yeah.
I'm the dad. Luke's the
Yeah.
dad, and Kai's the kid.
You are set, man.
Yeah.
I like his team.
He's got a good team. Yeah.
I really like his team. And your team, you get all the kids.
Yeah.
You got the paramotor, so you got some good activities you can
Got
do.
some great photographers.
You have great photographers. I'm trying to think. You have Ben, you have
Wyatt.
Scott, Wyatt.
And Taylor Seymour. Yeah.
You got a good team too.
Yeah.
And then I got the adventure team.
The adrenaline team.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Although, to be fair, I don't think all of us really do adrenaline stuff.
Yeah.
We'll just go do like big, crazy hard hikes that we might die on. But
Yeah.
other than that, like
Well-
we don't do like mountain biking or like we don't do that stuff,
Yeah.
But we'll go do like the big things that
You've got the,
not many other people want to do.
You've got the tachycardia team.
We do.
Yes.
I had tachycardia before.
Well, you have tachycardia
Fun
anytime
fact.
your heart rate goes above 110.
Yeah, I had that when
100 even.
I just had that when I was standing before. It was
Well,
awesome.
that's not good.
That was an episode of my life. But I think these are 3 good teams. So we're going to put these teams on social media, a little poll to see what the fans think. Who drafted the best team? I got to say, these are 3 solid teams.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us can be mad about what we got.
I'm not. You know, I love my team, but I'm also at the same time jealous of both of your teams.
I know.
So-
I'm very jealous of his team.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm very jealous
It's a great
because he
team.
got 2 of my picks I really wanted, TD and Tristan.
Yeah. Well, you got several. Oh, both.
I got pretty much what I wanted, just except for those 2 guys. But I'm happy with I'm very happy with what I ended up with.
Yeah, I am too. I think I got most of what I wanted as well. But
Yeah, it's a fun little game.
yeah,
Hope everyone at home enjoyed watching this. And again, we're gonna try to do a little more fun stuff like this from time to time because it adds a little bit more entertainment to the show. You know, breaks up the monotonous, serious stuff we try to talk about sometimes.
we're so serious.
So serious, if you can't tell. Bless you. But yeah, so that's it for that first ever fantasy draft we're gonna do. A little draft day game we're gonna play.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
There was some
Time to time.
heartbreak,
Yeah,
It was a little bit
uh,
heartbreaking.
there was.
a lot of
But there's
suspense.
some great deals found in late rounds, though.
Yep.
That's
I think
for sure.
Luke was on the verge of crying for a second.
Yeah.
You
He-
guys kept
he-
picking all my guys. I was like, you gotta
Yeah.
be kidding
The
me.
last couple episodes, he's getting choked up so
I know
easy.
he's just so teary lately.
Are you okay?
Why he's so
I'm
emotional?
just emotional, man.
Yeah,
Just
it's all right.
I'm in touch with my emotions.
That's good.
Okay. But yeah, fun little game. If you liked it, please leave a comment. You know, if you know who you would like to take in this game, please leave a message. We'd love to see that. But we're gonna end the episode here with something we do every episode now, adding an item to the back of our table here. Again, we try to do this every episode. Little trinket, just something add a little fun to the show. If you're watching at home or listening, feel free to send us something. If you have something, we'd love to throw it back on here and give you a little shout out live on the show here. You know, it's just a fun way we can build a little more community to what we do. So today I'm going to throw something onto the table here. And I can kind of tie this into community or the people aspect of what we do. You know, with these Friday features, we try to connect with people and develop relationships. And this little piece, while it may seem strange at first, kind of resembles that and means that to me. And that is my little rubber mouse.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. He was on the table before.
Yeah.
You may not have seen him very much. But this is Cedric. Yes, he has a name. I didn't give him a name. But to me, this little rubber mouse represents my time coaching with my girls in college. This was a gift that I won at a White Elephant gift exchange, believe it or not. Long story behind that. But I won this, and I've obviously kept it ever since. I mean, I haven't coached or been in Indiana for years now. But I still keep in touch with a number of those players. And to me, this will always be something that brings me back to that. So just like the people we connect with now, this is kind of a relationship memory for me. So
The real question is he any relation to Stuart?
he has not told me, but they do share a striking resemblance.
Yep.
But I don't know. He hasn't been in a movie, though. So
Nah,
we're going to put Cedric up on the desk here so you can hopefully see him every episode.
I'm so happy
Right
he's
there.
back.
Yeah, I've been saving him just for the
Yeah.
right moment. This, felt like a good time for him.
Yeah.
It's kind of
So-
funny because you showed me him before, and I thought you had jacked him off the table and then put him
Oh,
back on.
really?
But yeah, I think it was just off the podcast you showed me.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cedric's made the table. It's where he belongs.
I'm so happy.
Now, if anyone comes down here to beat us, your wife might see them like, oh, we got a mouse down here. But no,
Yeah.
it's just rubber.
It's
you can
just
be,
Cedric.
if you want to play some
Cedric.
jokes with her, go ahead.
'Kay.
She has no idea.
I have his spot memorized, so I'll put him back.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Well, like I said, if anyone at home's listening, want to send us something, please do. But that's going to end our episode today. It's a good episode. Chandler's trying to crack up over here and ruin the end here. But I think that's all I got for today. Boys, any last words?
Not for me.
No.
Okay. That's it, guys. We will see you next week.
Peace.
Later.